Hey, good morning, guys. It's Jim from jagfx.com. Welcome to the weekly daily chart video analysis. Here I'll just go through my daily charts only, the ones I'm trading on the live account, just to give you an idea about what I'm thinking and how I look at the charts, and just see where we're at in a few trades, some good as usual and some not so good as usual. But the way I trade, I try to work my way out of losing trades, so it's no big deal if something's going against me. I either will try and take further trades in the same direction to minimise the losses, or I'll use gains from other pairs to sort of take away from those losses. But we'll run through that later. In the meantime, let's have a look at the news. There's a fair bit of news this week. We have, not there, let's go to the right place. News, Monday's been and gone, so it's above us. Tuesday today, we've got, out of Australia, we've got the trade balance and the cash rate, the interest rates, and expected no change. It just depends on what the talking heads say after the event. So that's in a few hours. At the moment, it's just 5:30 here in Vietnam. The sun's just come up. So that's still about 6 hours away. Out of Canada, we've got trade balance out of there. A couple of talking heads speaking. Usual crude oil on Wednesday. Thursday, got some FOMC meeting minutes from the United States. Not sure how that's going to affect things in unemployment claims. And Friday's probably the big one. That's the old, hang on a sec, probably can't see it there. Here we go. Friday, non-farm payrolls and Canadian unemployment. So first Friday in the month, and that's what we get, non-farm payrolls. So just be on your toes this week. There's a bit happening, especially if you're in Aussie trades, which I am, and I'll explain them in a second. So let's go back to the charts. Pepperstone. Right, let's have a look. As usual, we start with the Aussie New Zealand. Look, I just closed my two sell trades on this. It was a small overall profit, and the reason I closed them, blue dot and blue dot. So blue dot on the QMP filter, blue dot on the MACD Platinum. Even though price is probably technically still heading down, the initial sell trades, both against the trend, so I'm not going to risk it. And with news coming out, Aussie news coming out shortly, it's best to be on the safe side. So at the moment, I've just drawn these green trend lines showing possible bullish divergence. Ideally, I'd like price to come further down into the MAs before I take a buy signal. So at the moment, there's no trades on, we're just watching for now. Let's move on to the euro. In a sell trade here, look, the MAs are slowly heading down. I'm in a sell trade, closed a part of it already. My stop's now at the break-even level. MACD is getting close to the, also getting close to the zero level. If it gets to that level there or crosses through it, I will close another 0.01. At the moment, it's sort of stalling a bit in here, but we're still in a sell trade. You can see we took it on divergence. Just wait and see. Slow going, as I said, non-farm payrolls, so we could get a wiggle on. Euro yen daily in a sell trade. I've closed half already. Price broke through the 240 LMA, which is a good sign. It's gone through the MACD's gone through the zero level, still heading down nicely. I've closed half, as you can see. My stop's at break even. It was against the trend, so that's a good trade. It's taken on that bearish divergence there. You can see any red dashed vertical lines is the candle the signal was given on, and my red horizontal full lines, that's the actual entry level. So that's how I normally mark it, and it'll be blue for buys. So any red trend lines you see, that indicates bearish, and any green trend lines indicates bullish. If I have an aqua trend line, which you'll see later, that's just a Here we go, these ones here, that's just to give me an idea where price is. Alright, now we moved on obviously to the pound New Zealand. This is probably one of my problem trades. I'm in two sells here. You can see two red vertical lines, two red horizontal lines. The yellow dashed horizontal line is a overall break even. So I'm in a sell for 0.02 and 0.06. So I'm looking for price to roll over and come down. You can see the MACD is still above the zero level. You've just got another red dot above here. That's the grey line because there's no corresponding QMP blue dot as yet. So you just have to wait patiently and hopefully this will roll over sometime and I'll get out of this trade. MAs are getting tight. They were in a big downtrend, but look at them now, they're all starting to point to the one spot. Patience, Jim, patience. USD Canada, just going to have a drink of my coffee. Not much happening here. I was in a sell and I decided to close out of it. I think it was in two sells actually. Got out of it. Just had this blue dot here. It's going nowhere. It's looked sideways for the last sort of few days, 2 weeks there. Now it's starting to head up slowly. I've started to draw the green trend lines in, looking for possible bullish divergence. If I get a blue QMP dot here somewhere, I would take the buy trade. Prices come down to the MAs. MAs are starting to spread to the upside, but at the moment nothing happening. So I'm glad I got out of those trades when I did. Another sort of problem child, Aussie Canadian. I'll have to keep an eye on this in about 5 hours when Aussie news comes out. I'm in 4 trades here, as you can tell, 4 vertical lines, 4 horizontal lines. It's in the 2, 6, 10 and 16. So I've increased the position size for each trade. My overall break even, I've been through it yesterday and I probably should have taken it. There is a bit of a swap issue on this, so I've got about $40 to $50 in swap I've got to make sure I cover also. So if I get a favourable move down off news maybe today or later in the next day or so, I will close these out. It's just too high risk with 4 trades and I'd rather not be in it. It looks like the MACD is sort of starting to show signs to the upside also. The good thing about this pair is it meanders up and down a bit, so it'll give you plenty of opportunity to get out eventually. Not too bad a result, but at the moment I'd like to see it go down, poke its head down again, and we'll be out of that one. Aussie Swiss franc, another one that's going the wrong way. We're in 2 buys, 0.02 and 0.06. You can see all my trend lines here. Possible double bottom there. It's close but not close, but there's definitely bullish divergence all around here. You can see my green trend lines also go hand in hand with that double bottom. This blue aqua line might be a little bit hard to see. Nice double bottom there on price. MAs are up. We're still a MACD still a fair way below the zero level. So I'd like this, the 2 trades, there's my overall break even. I'd like to see this sucker pop up through there, and I'm quite happy to stay in this one for a bit. Again, this is a slow moving pair, so I should be able to recover this probably, no worries at all. Well, that's the plan anyway. Alright, Euro AUD. Another one I've got to watch at the news time in 2 sell trades. The trends are down, you can see the MAs are heading down. I've got red lines, trend lines everywhere. All sorts of bearish divergence there, which is good, gives you more confidence. Still a little bit above the MACD, still a little bit above the zero level. There's my overall break even. So I'm in 2 trades, 2 and a 6, as you can see on the notes there. So I really need this to, it's been in profit. The reason I didn't take it off the table as yet is because the MACD is still above the zero level. Ideally with some of these trades where you get multiple trades, I want to try and get a good run in one direction. So it gives me some sort of a decent payout. That's the plan when you got more than one trade on the one pair. And the flux on my computer's just brightened up because it's that time of the day, so the screen will be a bit brighter. Pound USD. I'm in two trades here. It's the beauty about living in a country that allows hedging. The buy is the blue line, obviously, this area, and my stop is up just here at the moment. So it's buy, and I've closed half, so it's all good. Now I'm going to sell on this red vertical line and this red horizontal line. It went against me, and it's now starting to come down. You can see the signal there. It's with the trend. That's the reason I took that one. It's really got to break this blue trend line to convince me, but the good thing is it's not a total loss because I've got the buy on, and the sell's not that far out at the moment, so just a matter of waiting and seeing how it all pans out. But yeah, it's not a bad trade. USD Japan, the yen. I took a buy here. I'll tell you what, the yen pairs have been hard to trade lately, but keep on persisting with them because eventually they'll come good, which they always do. Well, when I say they always do, most pairs will go through consolidation periods or periods where you just pull your hair out, and eventually you'll get in a decent trend and you go, oh, that wasn't too hard, I don't know what I was talking about, but no, it's all good at the moment. So we're in a buy here, it's gone against me. It's taken on divergence, you can see it all on the chart here. It's a little bit below, so if it comes down, hopefully it'll bounce off this 240 LMA, which is this big thick grey moving average here. The MAs are up, but they're flat and they're starting to point down a little bit. So yeah, we just need to head up or roll over them, go back up again. Not to worry as yet though. Pound Aussie, certainly in a losing trade here. Took a sell here and here, and as you can see, price has gone up. MACD is still above the zero level, so I'm not concerned as yet. And it looks like it's sort of running out of momentum here. See that high up there? Price is having a sort of another dig at it, but it's not getting past it. We've got hidden bearish divergence, which normally means the trend continuation. So hopefully it'll roll over again. I might have an opportunity, say, draw a trend line across here, for example, across these candles here, which will be blue because it's a trade assist. So if that that red dot and this red dot remain intact and price rolls over and breaks through this trend line, depending on where it breaks through, if it's close to the entry, I won't take another one, but if it's up a bit higher here somewhere, for example up here, then I'll take another sell trade and go with it down. But at the moment we just have to wait. And again, it's Aussie pairs, so I'll be watching in about 6 hours just to see how it goes. New Zealand USD. I'm in two buy trades here, and I probably should have been out when it got close to the break even in this area up here. I missed an opportunity to do so because I don't know where it was, but I wasn't at the charts. And as you can see, it just sort of spiked up. It's meandering. I've got a red dot in the MACD platinum, so not sure if I'll get up to the break even, so I might just have to let these two trades sit for a while and play any trades to the short side and try and reduce the loss on the longs. It's a bit of trade management involved, and I could be in these buy trades for a while, but it doesn't really have to go that far up to the it's only about not even 80 pips up to that overall break even, so it's not a big move on the daily, so we'll just sit tight for now. It's not a fast moving pair, the New Zealand, so we'll just see how it goes. But we're certainly in a buy up there and a buy here, and prices below both of them, not good. Euro Canadian, I'm in a sell here. Look, it's not convincing. I've already closed one and moved my stop to break even. Price, the MACD, is through the zero level. It'd be nice if it holds this stop here and price just then rolls over again, and I'll cash in on these other two, or the 0.002 I've still got on the table. If not, if it gets stopped out, I haven't lost anything, and it's a small profit. So it's just not looking that good at the moment. And this pair's actually been pretty kind to me recently, so it's all good. Where are we at? Euro pound. It's a bit of a sideways. Look at the MAs, how tight they are. See, they start to expand, they come back in. They start to expand, they come back in. So she's tough on a trade. With the MAs being so tight, I probably should have taken that sell trade up here. Yeah, so if I get another buy trade, you can see I've drawn the green trend lines in. There's no dots yet to confirm anything. They're just to give me an idea that possible bullish divergence is forming. It may not pan out that way, but I'll be ready to go if it does. So if I get blue dots on both indicators here, I'll be taking the buy, but at the moment, nothing happening. Pound, Swiss franc. Just ignore these other lines. It's an EA I've got running on a separate account on my VPS. And but here we've got a downtrend, which is prices at the 240 LMA at the moment. Looks like that candle there was a bearish candle, so there's a chance that price may roll over here. You can see the 240 LMA. It's a bit of a decent, like what do you call it? A dynamic resistance or support level. Here it might roll over again and go to the downside. If that's the case, then I'd be more than happy to take the sell trade. But got nothing going. New Zealand, Japanese yen, last pair in a buy here up in this area, which has obviously gone against me. And again, look at this, it's just crap. Little candle sideways. It's either the yen or the New Zealand. I think it's the yen, just going nowhere. So ideally, I've got a blue dot here on the MACD, hence the grey vertical line, because I need a blue QMP dot to confirm, but that just gives me a heads up that I'm ready to go. I've drawn my possible divergence, bullish divergence lines in again. There's a trend line here, so I need another break to the upside to take another trade to the buy side to help alleviate this one I've already got in. So that's it, guys. That's all my pairs for today. I know I sent out a bit of a general email, which I don't often do because I've got nothing to sell really. I don't want to annoy everyone, but as a result of that email, to get a lot of new members to both the Facebook group and also my YouTube channel, and there's been some communication with emails also, so I appreciate it all. Welcome to the group, everyone, especially the new people, and for the older people that have been with me for a while now. Always happy to have your company. And as usual, if you have any questions or you just want to chat Forex in general or bounce a few ideas off me, it doesn't have to be my stuff. It could be your own trading ideas. I'm open to all sort of trading ideas. Always looking at new stuff, and I accept constructive criticism, no problems at all. But yeah, so welcome to the group, all the new members, and any questions, you know where to contact me, either Facebook or via email. Enjoy the week, guys, and be careful. We've got Aussie news out in about 5 or 6 hours, and also it's a non-farm payrolls week, Friday, so be careful. Enjoy the week, and I'll chat to you next week via video. Cheers.